Hi, this is Chico Resch. You are listening to the Let's Go Devils podcast on the Primetime Radio Network.
Happy Devils Monday. This is the Woo Report. The Woo Report, episode 228, titled, Who is Your Favorite New Devil? Some of you are answering right now on Facebook Live, YouTube Live, Twitter Live, and Twitch on the the Let's Go Devils Network, coming to you live from the Primetime Radio studios. It's kind of an awkward question. Who is your favorite new devil? Couple acquisitions that Tom Fitzgerald has made through this past offseason. Number one, there has been trades. Number two, there has been a free agent signing or two. Really, the question should be, who will be the most impactful new devil? But it should be interesting. It should be interesting what will pan out. Me personally, I loved Palat when he was on the Tampa Bay Lightning. I think Palat is the big prize that Tom Fitzgerald landed during free agency. But also, some would say, well, he missed out on the biggest prize in free agency in Gaudreau, and some would say that he missed out on Tkachuk when the big trade happened, which, by the way, Calgary has signed Weegar and Huberdeau to long-term deals. So it looks like Calgary, Johnny who? Matthew who? But but the question, I'm looking at your answers. Marino, for sure, says Jim Leahy. But if Palat had a better contract, it would be him. Does that really affect what you think, who would be your new favorite devil? Based on contract, how much he's making? Does that have an effect on you folks? Let me know on YouTube Live and Facebook Live and Twitter Live. Does a player's contract really affect if you really like him or not? Maybe the salary cap era has done that to fans. The value of the contract also goes in with your mindset and thinking if that is a good player, if that could be your favorite player. I mean, Jack Hughes right now signed a commitment of 8 years, $8 million per, which in the later part of his contract might be a bargain. But I think Jack Hughes is looking to establish himself as an elite player, winning Stanley Cups, understands that he's got financial security in New Jersey. They will let him develop. They've been very good about, when he's been injured, making sure that he doesn't come back too quickly, protecting the young lad, Jack Hughes. And he signs a very cap-friendly deal with somebody of his stature. But it could all quickly turn around and he could be a bust. But I really doubt that would happen with Jack Hughes. John Marino, very good. He's locked long term, the $4.5 million range. Ty Smith gone. He was on his entry level contract, but folks wanted him gone because of a sophomore slump. I don't know. I still think Ty Smith has a decent upside, but I think the Devils at this point, and Tom Fitzgerald's thinking, we have no time to improve his learning curve because we need to start winning now or else we'll be really branded as the laughing stock and Mickey Mouse organization. Speaking of Mickey Mouse organization, there was a tweet out we retweeted on at Let's Go Devils Pod about the Gretzky incident using the words Mickey Mouse organization. Kind of fired up the Devils fan base. Should I say rightfully so? Yeah, I'd be pissed. But when you're Wayne Gretzky, you should realize that you're a legend and your words matter if you're going to be the ambassador of the game. But then again, in fairness to Wayne, it was kind of misconstrued through the media a little bit. I think he wanted to protect Ron Lowe, who was the Devils goaltender at the time, because he was just getting peppered with shots and felt bad for him. But still no excuse. I'm still mad about it. I mean, I think we're the only fan base that really booed Wayne Gretzky when he was in town, wanting somebody to put him through the boards. A legendary NHL player. Some would say he is the best of all time. But, my pick right now is Palat. John Marino, I'm still on the fence about him because, he's got to show me something. He's got to show me something. Is he better than Ty Smith? Some say he would be. Nick Gallo says, also in fairness to Wayne, the team was really bad, LOL. You could say a team isn't good and make a statement, LOL. Vanacek, Ben Stone, sorry. Or is it Benji? That Vanacek via trade, again, very cap-friendly contract for 3 years, somewhat of a risk. But I think Tom Fitzgerald may have got this one right. Could challenge Mac Black. Should challenge Mac Black, Mackenzie Blackwood, who I think may make a statement this upcoming season. That the injuries are behind him. All the shenanigans are behind him. Could he be that Team Canada-esque goaltender that we all know that's inside Mac Black? But he's got to stay healthy. Eric Howla, I think he could be a fan favorite. You never know. Sometimes these guys on one-year deals, they're gritty guys. Sometimes they impress via trade of Pavel Zacha, who did sign, I believe, today. 1 year, $3.5 million. That's something to talk about. Not a household name. He's a journeyman, Eric Howla. But sometimes favorite players are not sometimes the ones that show up in the score sheet. Sometimes we like players that do the dirty work. I know I do. I was all gung-ho about Nathan Bastian, not wanting him to be let go in the expansion draft. But the Devils were fortunate that it didn't work out in Seattle for Bastian, getting him back, claiming him, and putting him on the power play eventually, and it paid off dividends. But who's your favorite new Devil? Which new Devil would be your favorite player if you were to buy a jersey? Palat? Are you still on the fence about Palat? Or do you need to see 20 games before you say, hey, I'm a Palat fan. I'm going to buy his jersey? Could be a good one. John Marino? Would you buy his jersey? But I think the Devils did improve this offseason. I think Tom Fitzgerald spent his money wisely because the Devils still have cap space after this season when all these contracts are off the books. But they're going to have to start paying players. Palat for the term, but I think he's a little inflated. Nick Gallo, hey, you know what? But this team needs an infusion of a Stanley Cup champion to help them lead the way. Teach them how to practice, details of the game, the approach to the game, the preparation to the game. It's very important, very underrated. But I think one thing that has improved is the ownership group actually spending money. They're up at the cap. But can they turn the corner? Can they get into the playoffs? They're going to have to rely on the goaltending. They're going to have to rely on the defense. And they're going to hope that Jack Hughes and Nico Hischier will stay healthy for an entire 82-game season. But it should be good. I'm all about Palat. I think he's going to make an impact. Remember Dougie Hamilton, opening night against Chicago, started the scoring. I hope Dougie Hamilton gets back on track after taking puck to the jaw. Doing a lot of community work for the New Jersey Devils. Seeing him everywhere. It's a good thing. A very good thing. Well, this is going to be a little bit of a short podcast. It's the offseason, folks. Dog days of summer. It's been hot out there in New Jersey. But we'll keep it up. State of the Fan address at 8:30 p.m. Eastern this Wednesday. Vinny Parisi is filling in for the great Nick Villano at pucksandpitchforks.com. So I'll see you tomorrow on the Woo Report. Hitting the button. Just hitting the button. Trying to figure this thing out. I want to thank all those tuning in, dropping the podcast at midnight for your morning or afternoon commute. Hey, you know what? It's the summertime. I feel like I need to be at the shore. I feel like I need to be wearing flip-flops with sand in my feet. Or on my feet. Eugene Hewitt says, Jersey, these new guys, OMG, I would have tempted to buy a jersey for the following players. Cooley, Wright, Slavkovsky, Gaudreau, Kachuk, Meyer, Tarasenko, Fiala, Miller. We got no one. No, we got Palat. We got Palat, Eugene. Palat. I like him a lot. It's funny. We'll keep it here, keep it real. This is the Woo Report. Till next time, let's go Devils.